Hi guys, I thought I would make a video and show you what the old bird is up to now. This is a bonnet I wear frequently. I created this bonnet and this was my first time quilting my brim. And as you can see, it's a long brim to keep the sun off of my face. And it's just a simple bonnet that I wear when I am growing my rosemary and when I'm gardening. Well, the new year is coming. And I said, okay, I have several bonnets, but I'd like to have one that's brand new to start the brand new year. Well, the old bird just couldn't make a new bonnet. I found my pattern, got paint on it, but this is the pattern for my bonnet. And you fold it in half, like this, to create the brim. And I said, it's just not enough. I need to create my own fabric. So that's what I'm doing. With my Cricut, I made a template of some rosemary. And I thought I would come on and share this experience with you, creating my own custom fabric to make my new bonnet to go into the next year, 2022. Now let me show you what I'm using. This is the paint that I'm using. It's a fabric paint, and the paint has these two. Now this is a green, and this is brown, espresso brown. These are the three colors that I'm using. And this is my template that I cut from my Cricut. This is just a makeup sponge. And I put a little bit of the paint here. And what I'm going to do is, I found out in my quilting group this morning that I need to heat set my paint when I finish. So I'll do that as soon as I finish creating my fabric, which is going to be rosemary all over the fabric. And I'm using these three shades of green as well. I mean, 2 shades of green, and the third shade is an espresso brown. And I'm just dabbing it on. And by the way, guys, I love this fabric paint. I had never used it before today when I started this project. I love it. I hope your day is going well. On the farm today, I went to my new business shed and I did a little painting. I love this fabric paint because it doesn't get stiff. It doesn't make your fabric stiff. This is just, let me sit it down and lift up my stencil. There it is. This is just muslin, white muslin, 100% cotton. Let me move this. And the paint doesn't stiffen the fabric. You see how flexible the fabric is? I just love it. Let me share with you some that I did earlier today on this piece. This is a yard, and I'll be doing the entire yard with the Rosemary Stencil. See? And you see, this is dry, and look at how beautiful and how soft this is. So I love this fabric paint. And I thought I would share it with you. One of the ladies in my quilting group said that I'm supposed to heat set this. So that's what I'll do when I finish stenciling the rosemary on. I'll do another one. You know, sometimes you just get sick and tired of the same old thing. And these are my work clothes that I have on. And I said, I'm not going into a brand new year wearing those sweatpants and t-shirt. I'm going to create my own farming uniform. And this is what I came up with. I ordered a pair of overalls, and I'm going to make some overalls and have my own uniform. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. I've been enjoying this all afternoon. I do a little, and then I let it rest. Now, in growing my rosemary, sometimes I lose some. While my husband and I were in Chicago for 6 weeks getting his kidney transplant, some of my rosemary I lost, and I'm replenishing it now. And when I came back, it was brown. So that's why I'm using the brown. It happens. But this is an easy project for your business. Whatever your business is, your logo or your initials, it's easy to make a stencil from your Cricut. There it is. Or find someone that has a Cricut and get them to create your custom stencil. It's easy peasy. And depending on what your business is, you can stencil it right on a blouse or a t-shirt or a shirt or whatever you want. And you can go into the new year with your custom clothing. And I'm telling you, it's something really calming about stenciling. There's another one. And you see, because I'm using the 3 shades of paint, 3 different colors, each one is a different color. And I'm turning the stencil so the rosemary can be in different places. Some is like it's falling down. Let me move this over. Some is like it's in my hand. I have a stem in my hand holding it up. This one is facing down. And I just take the makeup sponge and dab it in my paint. Now this is just a plastic lid. And this paint is so nice. And just make sure you get in those crevices of your stencil so your design will be perfect. And it doesn't matter if you get a little dot on your fabric. It's all a part of that custom print. And who knows? My custom print may cause me to meet Tim Gunn someday. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm loving it. I'm going to pull it up. Now, once this dries, and it doesn't take very long, once this dries, then I will heat set it. Heat setting, simply pressing it with the iron to set it. And whatever you're going to apply this to, I would recommend that you wash it first. Then do your stenciling. Well, then give it a light press to make sure it's flat. And then do your stenciling. And if you don't have your own Cricut or Silhouette or some of these cutting machines, and you get somebody to cut it for you, get two. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. That's what we just did. It's almost dry. This, to create your stencil, to cut your stencil from, is available. And you get that and just cut it out. If you're going to get a person to create your stencil, then that's part of what you will be paying for when they create it. And get two. Now, the way you clean your stencil is with wipes. And we all have these wipes with the COVID. And they really work well in keeping your stencils, and I tell you something else, your stamps clean. That ink on your stamps, just get you a wipe, fold it up into fourths, and just start stamping. On that wipe, and that wipe will absorb all of that ink, and you will keep your, there it is. You will keep your stencils clean. There we go. I just thought I would share that with you. The old bird creating her own fabric. And when I finish, when I finish, I'll take my pattern and I'll cut it out. After I heat set my fabric, I'll cut my pattern and create my bonnet. And maybe I'll come back and I'll show it to you. It's going to be like this one, and I will